The Oscars are just a few days away, and here at home, the group behind one documentary is waiting to see if they'll walk away with one of the most prestigious awards in film.
The Alabama Solution sheds light on the state's prison system. It's filmed mostly through contraband cell phones given to inmates sharing their day-to-day lives. It's why the city of Birmingham held a screening for it this evening, followed by a panel discussion. WVTM 13's Aaron Llewellyn was there. One producer, Aaron, says the documentary only shares part of the story.
Yeah, Guy Carlo, producers of the Alabama Solution, say that this documentary only shows part of what is going on behind state prisons. She says that there are many more stories to be uncovered. Now, Beth Shelburne says that this documentary isn't about winning or losing on Sunday, but it's about continuing to use it to make meaningful change for those impacted by the justice system. Being an Oscar-nominated co-producer of a groundbreaking documentary is a feat most people don't achieve.
I'm really proud that we were able to produce some truth-telling that speaks to this specific moment, and I think it's resonating with people around the country.
But for the Alabama Solution's Beth Shelburne, she sees the moment as much bigger than her.
It's bittersweet. The men that are in our film, the whistleblowers, are still locked up in the prison system along with 20,000 other people that are really suffering profound harm.
The critically acclaimed documentary sheds light on the shocking conditions inside Alabama's 14 prisons. The city of Birmingham hosted a screening Tuesday to give people a better understanding of the issues, because Shelburne believes everyone has a collective responsibility to understand the experiences of those impacted by the justice system, like Danny Dandridge.
I lived everything in the film, so I was one of the ones that stood up and fought every day for not just my freedom, but for everybody else's freedom. Dandridge
says he risked his life to record chilling video from inside the prison walls used in the project.
A lot of people have seen it now, and it's other people that's constantly watching it, and we want justice. We still want justice, because it still ain't right.
Encouraging people like Kathy Lee to do their part to be a part of the change they hope to see.
I would like to see less money being spent on prisons, more money being spent on how to rehabilitate people, how to correct the systems we've got, how to prevent people from going into prisons.
But there's still more work to be done before that happens.
Whether we win or not, this problem isn't going away. So what I hope is it raises awareness for folks that have been unaware of this, because it's really, it's long overdue for all of us to take responsibility for this.
Now, Shelburne says that she feels like state officials have let those who are impacted by the justice system down, and she hopes that this documentary will hold them accountable. And part of that was inviting Governor Kay Ivey and Attorney General Steve Marshall to a screening out in LA right before the Academy Awards on Sunday. But she says that those invitations were declined. Live here in Birmingham, Aaron Llewellyn, WVTM 13.